It's week 14 of the National Football League, and we've got the Dragons' bruising running back. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away.
One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go in week 14. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Taken in by Harris. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
Throwing now on 1st down. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now. Misfire there, couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Running back sent in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. Gets this one to Harris. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And we'll take a glance at their 7th-year QB.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Short pass caught by his tight end.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
He's got a man left. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? They motion the tight end over. 3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Finds him over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that'll give him a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Short pass brought in. And they bring him down around the 34. Now here's a look at his production from last week and the part he played in his offense's victory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They go play action here. Bails out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
So for those of you keeping track, we get a solid completion for decent yardage on 1st, and then we go backwards on 2nd. Kate, I guess we got a quality rubber match right here on 3rd down.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 1st down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing from the gun. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. They'll throw on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty makes this 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and throw it here. The back's got it. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And it's caught. Touchdown! The Voyagers stretch their early lead to 9. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can, and certainly was, effective.
That one right down the middle. And the Voyagers go up 10-zip here in the 1st. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 10-0 ball game. More from this one right after this. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. They have 1st and 10. Oh, and the rush just too much. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Dumped off to his running back. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled for no gain.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Voyagers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting 2nd right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. They'll motion him out of the backfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Lone back gets the handoff. And second verse, same as the first. He's bottled up at the line of scrimmage.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Completed to his running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Hits his running back. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They go play action on first. Connects on the crosser. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. They'll throw it again. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing it again here. Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Third down, 1 yard to go. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 2 yards on the pickup, and it'll give him a first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Voyagers make it a 16-point ball game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. This offense ready to get going again now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Finds his target, Hall. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 37. Catch made over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They've got a man in motion. To throw it on first down. He can run it. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The Voyagers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. A lot of grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. Pass play on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 48. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. He's dropping back to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Trying to find his tight end. And 4th and 4 coming up. The Voyagers getting ready to punt this skyward. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's a throw. Throw left side, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Prior to 1st down, they decided to call a timeout. They send the tight end in motion. Still sticking with the passing game. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. And now it's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He has the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'll be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dragons cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. That brings us to the break. The visiting Voyagers holding an early advantage. Now we'll get you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to deliver the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The ball is teed up, and we're off in quarter number 3. He's going to field this at the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. To the air now on 1st and 10. Looking slant route, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
It only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Throwing now on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Looking for a throw here. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. He loses the football. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be a first down. Back to throw now. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he's in the midst of a phenomenal season. Right now you can see he's second in the league in touchdown receptions. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. All in left side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. That one's incomplete over the middle. Not on the same page with his tight end. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Dropping back to throw. Hits his running back. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Got a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And now they face 2nd down. They are throwing it again. It is cut left side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
The ultimate team sport still has so many times games within the game, individual battles, and right now, they don't have an answer for this guy. It may be time to turn the line to Chip to find some way to protect the quarterback.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt goes 63 yards. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st.
Automatic 1st down.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So 2nd down coming up. Back to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Finds the in route complete. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Voyagers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll find the space he needs to get this up to the 25-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They're throwing it. He's got a man left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and it'll give him a 1st down. Back now, pressure on its way. Forced out to his right. 16 yards on the play. And they'll have 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Tight end in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. Cut out left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Gets this one to Harris. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. New set of downs for him at the 38. Back to pass on 1st and 10. He's got it over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. So we're through 3 here. It's still just a 1-score game as we resume play in the 4th. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 31, taken in by Harris. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Toss to the right side. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space, like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
Motioning one of the tight ends. He gets the shot at it on 1st and goal. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Cut near the goal line. Touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Voyagers double their lead to 14. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense getting all set for this series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Finds his target, Hall. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, and they go right back to him. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Motioning the tight end now. Here's 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain. So now here's 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The give now out of the shotgun. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time. You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Finds him on the slant. And they get this down to the 28. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. They go play action on 1st. He beams one deep right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, He does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Back to the air here on 2nd and 10. He'll try and run this. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Goal to go. It's a pass play. Chased out to his right. And they take this in for the score. The Dragons now within 1 score in the 4th. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dragons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They send a tight end in motion. From the 30 on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Back to the well again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. 3rd and 4 coming up now. He's back to throw. He stays up. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And they're going to have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They'll run here from the gun. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Back-to-back carries here. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give them 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success. There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.